Alright, Commanders in a 3x1. In this play, the number 2 wide receiver does a crosser, the number 3 does a little curl, number 1 does a post. Looks like the Eagles are in a cover 2. Number 8 for the Eagles, he doesn't really respect the outside route, probably because he's reading Jaden Daniels' eyes the whole way. Jaden Daniels trying to hit that crosser, but it was a good play by, I believe it was Bond, to knock that free. Then down at the bottom you have, they try to do a pick play, which I don't know if it was flagged or not, but definitely looked like it should have been. But it looks like that wheel route could be there. So the play that I'm proposing that could potentially work is if you have the number 1 do a post corner, then have the guy that's doing a crosser do more of a dig than a crosser, cut it sharp right behind the linebacker. That way you can try to get separation, because the way he runs his route, it allows the linebacker kind of just to sink back and stay in the window. But if he cuts it tight down the line horizontally, then not only, I think it's kind of a poor choice by Jaden Daniels to throw his ball, because he has to throw it right on the wide receiver's hip so it doesn't get intercepted by the safety, but that allows the linebacker to defend the pass. So probably should have thrown to the running back on the wheel route, but maybe the Commanders were hoping for a cover 1 like they normally run, and they were hoping that the number 8 would go with the number 1 wide receiver, and that crosser would be open. So here is more of a 2x1 set with 2 backs. Comes a 3x1. Looks like they're running a spy with the middle linebacker, and the safety down at the bottom is getting one of the running backs, and the linebacker on the top is getting the other running back. So you'll see the safety at the bottom come down, and that kind of leaves that space open. And so you'll see these guys do a deep cross, but if they did it a little bit tighter, the line of scrimmage is at the 42. If they did it at the 50, which would be 8 yards from the line of scrimmage, he could hit the number 2 wide receiver, the slot wide receiver from the top, coming across. But the play takes kind of long to develop, and by that time the pressure is getting there. The number 2 could also probably cut it underneath. That would also create kind of a pick as well. Play ends up going for long yardage anyways. Here they do a similar motion into a 3x1, but it's just a draw play. Davis takes a side, and so Eckler just finds the open space and gets a nice gain out of it. On this play, 3x1. The 1 runs a post, the 2 runs a curl, a deep curl, and the 3 runs kind of a wheel route. It's basically a cover 2 man, and looks like number 17 spying the quarterback, and Bond is zoning the middle. But what could potentially make this play better is you see the number 1 draw cornerback and both safeties with them in the deep part of the field. If number 3 does an out route and you have number 3 fake like he's doing the wheel, come back in, could work well. I would keep the out route bottom part of the field if the cornerback's going to play it like that. Or you can keep the wheel, but make the number 1 do a dig in hopes to draw the cornerback as well as the 2 free safeties, which should open up the out route, or just keep the curl. And if the curl's not open, hopefully the wheel route is open. So in this play, they have a wide receiver jet motion. They have a play action fake with a halfback going the same direction. You have the wide receiver at the bottom of the screen doing a slant. Tight end at the top is doing a post corner. Jaden Daniels gets a lot of pressure in his face, and he can't really go anywhere with the ball. But it looks like the middle of the field is open because you have 2 safeties down at the bottom of the screen dropping down to cover the running back and the motion wide receiver. What I was thinking is if tight end does kind of a deep post, could work well, or if you have the wide receiver just do a deep post and maybe have the tight end stay with the post corner, that could work. And have the motioning wide receiver do a route to the middle of the field, because that inside linebacker is going to vacate that part of the field. Have the wide receiver at the bottom do a snag. Next play, just another quarterback draw. Linebacker reads it well. It just comes downhill, stuffs it. Thinking if JD kept it, hopefully draw number 3 and then either do a shuffle pass back to the running back. If the running back cuts it back to where JD's going, which would also help hopefully draw number 2 down as well. Should open up the post corner. This means that no one could be blocking downfield if it's going to be a pass. I'm not sure what happened on this play on a 1x3. The number 1 does a deep vertical, and the cornerback and the safety both go towards him, which opens up the number 2 doing a out route. Fortunately, JD has pressure in her face and he sells the ball kind of high, but that play looks like it was open. Also, the Eagles D-line is doing a slant to the right. Probably have the tackle, or maybe have the center pull, help block, or the tackle pull and block, because just have the tight end stay in and block. So they motion to a 3-by-1. You can see Bridget pass off his guy. When he sees the motion, you can see Blake and Shipperly fly down to the ball even before it's handed off. He's probably reading the lineman coming down the field. They motion to a 3-by-1. They fake the GT counter, try to do a quick out. Wide receiver misses his block. The play gets blown up. Only way to make that better is to fake the swing, have a guy fake the block and go upfield. Looks like they're manned up. Cooper might be telling the linebacker, you get in, I'll get out on the cross. Well, the guy is not really certain if the guy's going to go in or out because he's going up, and then he just does. It's right behind the linebacker where he's a touchdown, so there's a little bit of communication issue there, which you can see a lot in these plays.